Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Shadi MD here. I got another fun video today. This is going to be a little different from what I've done before. It's actually going to be a pedal demo. Now, as many of you know, I love 80s hair metal. I've got a couple super strats with the floating tremolo guitars, and a lot of songs from that era are actually tuned down a half step, like Van Halen. The Motley Crue songs are oftentimes tuned down a whole step. Other songs are in standard. And to have to tune your guitar down is kind of annoying to begin with, but to do it on a floating trem guitar where you got to reset it up, that is a pain in the rear. It can take up hours of your time. So I got something that basically has been a game changer, and that is this, the Digitech Drop. For those that don't know, this basically takes your regular guitar signal and spits it out either a half step down, a whole step down, all the way down to an octave, depending on where you got this little black knob. So it's really been amazing and made playing songs that are down-tuned a lot more convenient for me. Now, there's already a ton of videos and demos of this pedal out there, but most of them usually it's the guitar with like a humbucker chugging away. I thought I'd do something a little bit different and use my single coil Fender Tele for this. I'm going to quickly start with just an overview. I'll show you the functions and features in just a second so you can see how it works. And then I thought what might be really fun is to do a set of riffs with just my Tele, no pedal, put that away. A set of riffs with just the Tele tuned down to D standard the old-fashioned way. And then I'll do those same exact riffs with the Tele tuned back up to E standard and using this to tune it down, and I'll put them side by side. So basically you'll have one track with the Tele tuned down to D the old-fashioned way, and the other track with the Tele in E standard and this tuning it down, and see if you can hear a difference between the two. One's going to be track A, one will be track B. I won't say which track is which, just that one of those tracks is the guitar tuned down a whole step, and the other track is the guitar in E standard with this tuning it down a whole step. And I'll kind of let you decide and see which one you like better, or if you can't hear a difference at all. And I'll reveal at the end which track was which. So I thought that might be fun to do. So otherwise, here we go. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. All right, so here's the pedal. We got all plugged in, ready to go. This is the guitar with the pedal off. Just a regular C chord. Now you'll see that the LED light is in number 1, which means that when I turn the pedal on, it's going to be a half step down. So again, here's the C chord with the pedal off. And now, turn it on. It's half step down, pretty cool. And you can go down to 2, 3, 4, and each is like a half step. So when I go to position 2, it's going to be a whole step down now. And so on and so forth. The cool thing is if you go all the way down to an octave, you can actually do some cool bass type sounds if you want to drop a bass line on a recording. You can actually get some really cool low sounds. And the octave and dry signal is pretty neat, where it plays your dry guitar signal and an octave down, which gets a really cool effect. Here. So that's pretty cool. The last feature on this is one that I haven't really figured out how to use yet. Maybe one of you guys can give me ideas of what the purpose is, but this on-off switch turns the switch from into an instant switch where the pedal's only engaged when you're holding the switch down, and it can do the reverse of that. It's a little complicated to explain, but I'll just show you. So right now it is on. If I put this, the pedal will only turn off when it's being held. So there we go. See? When I'm pushing it down, it's off. When I release, it goes back on. And if you do it while the pedal's off and then switch it on, the reverse kind of happens, where when you're not holding it, the pedal's off, and when you push it down, the pedal's engaged. On, off. I haven't found much use for that feature yet, but it's still nice that they added it. Alright, so now let's get to the A-B comparison. Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed that. Now before I reveal which track was which, let me know down in the comments which track you thought was the actual guitar tuned down a whole step and which track you thought was the guitar in standard and the pedal tuning it down a whole step. I'm really curious to know if you could hear a difference or not. It'll be curious to see. But basically, track A was just the Tele. No pedal. Track A was the Tele tuned down to D standard. And track B was the Tele in regular E standard tuning with this tuning it down. I did want to mention a couple things I liked and disliked about it. So the good things, the big pros, it tracks really well. I mean, I'm not the fastest player, so I can't speak for super fast playing, but at least like the faster legato licks and hammer-ons and pull-ups and stuff I've done, I've never felt like this had any kind of latency or couldn't keep up with that. I actually forget this is on my board or it's being used sometimes. It's that good. So it tracks pretty well, at least for me. It's also really easy to use. It's just a knob and a switch. It's pretty intuitive for the most part. I like pedals that are really easy to use. I don't like to read instruction manuals. And I think especially if you have a floating tremolo guitar and if you're playing live and you're switching between songs, you don't have to switch guitars between songs. If one song's in D standard or another song is like a half step down, you don't have to bring 2-3 guitars to a gig in different tunings. You can really just use this and be ready to go and switch between songs without having to switch guitars. A couple cons, it's a little bit on the pricier side. For me, I like cheap pedals. Anything under $100 is great for me. This thing retails for about $215 online. I was able to find one used for half the price, so I highly recommend doing that. And the other thing is that if you play quietly in a room without headphones, this can get kind of weird because you can still hear your unplugged guitar. You can hear that unplugged guitar sound in E standard and be hearing a downtuned sound coming out of your amp with this, and that can sound really weird together. I think this works really well if you're wearing headphones like I do, where you're just hearing the guitar signal, you're not hearing the unplugged string sound, or if you're playing really loud or live where you're really mostly just hearing what's coming out of your amp and not the guitar, because that can get really weird when you hear the strings in one tuning and what's coming out is a different tuning together. Now, other than that, I think it's really a great buy. I'm very happy with it and hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel. I have some more videos on the way. And again, I really appreciate all of you guys who watch. It's really fun to talk guitars and I love responding to comments. And if there's other types of videos you guys want to see in the future, comment below. Have a good one. Bye.